Hello everyone and welcome to Art Smart. Despite my Looney Tunes t-shirt that I have on today, we're actually going to be talking about a Disney cartoon or cartoon DVD today, the Walt Disney Treasures Behind Enemy Lines DVD set. This is a DVD set that I have actually checked out from my local library. I do not have it here, but I'm going to show a few images as we go along so that you can see what it looks like. Now, this is a very interesting set in that it is talking about World War II, the era where Disney was creating a lot of stylized animation in order to show films that either had propaganda purposes, entertainment for the war audiences, or also to inform people, including educational films that were made for soldiers, the U.S. government, the Canadian government, and so on. It's an interesting series of DVDs. It's only two of them, but they pack quite a bit of information into those two discs. The highlights are, of course, The Fuhrer's Face, which was an Academy Award-winning short, and they present it there with a little bit of information. It's quite a nice cartoon, and it's restored to a wonderful level. I enjoyed having Chicken Little on the DVD set. They explain how Chicken Little, which is a short which is usually presented out of context, is just more of a regular short when you look at it on the Disney Channel or what have you. They actually present it within the context of World War II, which was the original way that it was intended to be viewed. It is to be viewed as an allegory for people that were spreading information and then basically just working right into the hands of Hitler and the Axis powers. Other great things that are on this disc are it shows you some of the films that they made for the Canadian government, which are extremely rare. And it also gives you a smattering of films that were live action and were made for instructional purposes for the U.S. Army. Now, the negative downside, I think, of this particular DVD set is I think that they kind of overlook what was one of the most important parts, I think, of this particular era, and that is that Disney started to experiment quite a bit with stylized animation. It is briefly mentioned by Leonard Maltin, but I really think that they really could have centered in on that a little bit more. They were using very simple animation that was limited in scope, but it also allowed them to quickly and succinctly get information across. And this information of using stylized animation really spread across animation in Hollywood and elsewhere, and it became really, really important in the 50s when UPA and studios of that nature started to really run with that particular style. So I think that they probably should have zeroed in on that a little bit more. I think that they missed an opportunity there for people that are trying to learn a little bit more about animation. But in general, it is a very interesting series of cartoons and short films. I do think they could have shown a few more of the live action shorts. However, I do realize that those were pretty dry and probably the most boring of the shorts out of the series. So that's probably why they centered mostly in on animation. Overall, I would give this probably like a very solid high B, but it's not quite an A. I think they could have done a few things more, a few more live action examples, and yes, a little bit more info on stylized animation. Hopefully this helps you to make a decision to purchase or not purchase this DVD, and hopefully if you're not going to buy it, you will go to your local library, find it, and rent it for yourself. Have a great day, and make sure you continue to Art Smart. Bye-bye.